God's peace be with you. How are we to live our lives? Simple answer, we live our lives in Christ. Now we all have different circumstances of life and family. But whatever it is, the basic focus should be on the Lord and not on the world. We are in the world, but we are not of it. Thus, there are two opposing choices we always have before us: God and mammon, spiritual and sensual, sacred and profane, salvation and damnation, life and death. Too many people, including Christians, are enamored by the world. They seek the things of the world: money, power, influence, success, prominence. While these can have a place in the life of a Christian, we must be careful that our lives are not dominated by them. Such aspects of the world can easily separate us from the love of God. And so we are cautioned, as we read in 1 John 2 verse 15, "Do not love the world or the things of the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him." Here we are given a clear contrast. We are to love God and not the world. But for those who might be tempted to have both, to try to maneuver between what God mandates and what the world offers, John says that the love of God and the love of the world are mutually exclusive. Now, since we live in the world and are constantly exposed to what the world offers, we need to know what is in the world or from the world that is not from the Father. According to John, the first is sensual lust. This is the lust of the flesh. It is the inordinate desire for physical gratification. It manifests itself mainly in the area of sexuality, but can also be present in any type of bodily gratification, such as with food, drink, drugs. But we do eat, and we do indulge in drink, and we do look to gratify ourselves. How do we recognize the limits? What will protect us? And what would be the antidote to the lust of the flesh? It is the virtue of temperance, of moderation, of restraint. But more especially, it is the quest for holiness. It is chastity and living pure. Now the second that is from the world is enticement for the eyes. This is the lust of the eyes. It is greed or covetousness. It is wanting more and more, way beyond one's needs. It is being envious of others who have more than we do. What is the antidote? It is simplicity of lifestyle. It is not going all out to strive for riches. It is not trying to keep up with what others have. Further, it is about sharing of resources with others, especially those in need. It is looking to the well-being of others. It is poverty in spirit. Finally, the third that is from the world is a pretentious life. This is the pride of life. It is arrogance or ostentation in one's earthly lifestyle. It is flaunting one's wealth, power, or position. It reflects a willful independence from God. It is dependence on self. It is charting one's own path in life without reference to God's will. What is the antidote? It is humble servanthood. It is submission and obedience to God. So the world has much to offer a person, but this fallen world can easily bring a person away from God. The ways of the world are very much different from the ways of God. But since we are in the world, the enticements are always there. We must know the reality, as John says, that the world and its enticement are passing away, but whoever does the will of the Father remains forever. Thus, each day brings us to our choices. We must look to having less and less of the world and more of the Lord. then each day will be an opportunity to grow in Christ. God bless you.